position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome everyone to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on another SEC rival, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Commodores will put total leather to crank us up. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets a block. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown Volunteer. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense, we always talk about offense, but man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. How about that for starting things with a bang? Opening kickoff and house that baby. What a job there. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Bringing it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So Vanderbilt's offense will have the football first. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The give to the back. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Pulls it in. It's Hoskins. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Neyland Stadium alive. A cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Pavia. Hauls it in. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
Well, you love to see this on the first drive of the game, right? 3rd down, go back to the old faithful, the slant pass, something you put in on day 1 install back in spring practice. Executed perfectly, keep this drive alive.
The Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, Dave?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Hoskins. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
Obviously, 3rd downs are so critical because you get an extra chance to wear that defense out. Great job by the offense. Great job by the quarterback completing the pass, getting the 1st down, moving the sticks, fresh set of down, continue to wear on this defense.
Caught in the backfield, it's Sherrill. And he used that spin move to put him in the spin cycle and gain extra yardage.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Looking for a man. It's Pavia. Under fire. Complete to the left. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Man, these wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but, man, it keeps that DB off balance.
Gonna look downfield again. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good to finish things off. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. So Tennessee's offense will go to work for the first time today. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
This offense comes out clearly wanting to throw the football. Nothing good on first down with incompletion. And how about this? You've got to protect your quarterback. That is priority number one, and they give up a sack on play 2.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Got it in the middle, it's Staley. What a nice connection, knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the 2nd level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle or make a play on the ball.
Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll send the back in motion. To the air, it's Aguilar. Touchdown ball! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
At the 32-yard line. First down on the offense.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The short hands, it's Hoskins. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The give out of the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
Wants to throw. It's Pavia. Snagged in the middle. It's Sherrill. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. He's guided out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Richardson. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. And the Commodores pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Brown. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
The Commodores have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Back to throw. It's Pavia. Nice catch along the sidelines, but they get nothing out of it.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Powers forward. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Vandy.
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did tack on the extra point. So it's an 80-yard drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Now the play fake. Gets rid of it. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Back to throw. It's Aguilar. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. And the Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. It's caught. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Volunteers are threatening in the red zone. Here's the handoff. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
The Vols now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. It's complete. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And the Vols trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Looking for the goal line. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And the offense breaks breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here's the return from inside his 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. On the ground, it's Alexander. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
And the Volunteers will kick it away to start the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. To the air, it's Pavia. It's complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
So now it's second and long. They'll leave it with him. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Hoskins. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
They want to run this quarterback. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. The give on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
And that's good enough for a first down.
And the Commodores look to keep this drive humming. Power football with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
That's reeled in. It's Stowers. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
The Commodores come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass, it's Pavia. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
To the air on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Richardson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Pass interference. Offense.
Some hand fighting at the point of the catch will draw the penalty, but this one is going to go against the offense. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pressure coming. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
That is not an easy situation if you're an offensive lineman, second or third and long, because you know the D-line, they're coming. They know you're throwing the football. As an O-lineman, you better get out of your stance and get your hands up and punch and not miss, because if you do, then that's what happens right there.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Makes the grab. It's Richardson. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, that time on third and long, they just took what the defense gave him. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up fourth.
They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Back to pass, it's Aguilar. Throws to the wideout. He makes the catch. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
Yeah, so much fun to watch playmakers outside that they can run by you and go make big plays. Opens up the whole field, the whole offense, and this Orange fan base goes absolutely bananas.
Wide open downfield. Turning on the jet. Touchdown Volunteers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. Now let's see if they can pull this one out.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Looking to throw, it's Pavia. Caught over the middle, it's Sherrill. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards and Neyland on third down.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall there.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. The give, and tick, 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 tick. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Volunteers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Vols will snap it on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Aguilar. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the catch. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. And the Vols are on the move. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Vols! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Now, a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
Ready to try the point after. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. off the play fake on first down to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Scanning the field, it's Pavia. Makes the catch, it's Sherrill. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Yeah, I don't know defensively if you want to keep giving this guy that much cushion, because when he gets the ball in space, he's able to shake all these defenders and turns a 5-yard completion into a first down.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Alexander. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
First down here for the offense. Gets the back moving. Wants to go up top on first down. The screen, and watch out. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to throw it. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it. The defense was expecting that one. Great job at the back end.
They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments that can jump up and bite you.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.